Good afternoon, everyone. For sure, skiing in the Sierra Nevada mountains and some parts of the Rockies will be open in and through August. Over 200 inches of base. Termed the endless winter with record snowfall in 2016-17. But let's go back to 2014, the end of snow, claimed by the New York Times and the IPCC. Snowpack will decrease by 25 to 100% because of greenhouse gas emissions. And California is still trying to dig out of the snowy roads. Some of the passes here are still so bogged down with the machinery. It's like 50 feet they're trying to clear through. It's still a long way to go. And with all the headlines of heat, just a mere 2 weeks ago, still snowing across the passes. Sierra snow in June, this winter that won't let go in parts of California, easily explained by the shifting intertropical convergence zone as the onset of the mini ice age intensifies. And while you're watching the video, please remember to subscribe to Adapt 2030. It is official. Skiing in Mammoth is going to be open all the way through August, as well as several other resorts along the Sierra Nevada mountains. There's at least 200 inches plus of base near the summits, which is going to allow skiing to continue well into August. And if it snows early in September, that means it'll be 100% of the year open, which is literally unheard of since they were predicting there'd be no snow and all the ski resorts would go out of business. Wasn't that the IPCC that said that? Anyway, California year-to-date snowfall is off the charts, literally. The end of snow. As I stated, they said there will be 25 to 100% loss of snowpack, and these ski resorts will go out of business. If you're a ski resort owner, aren't you glad you didn't sell? IPCC should refund your money if you did sell. That was a bad call. And has been scientifically proven again and again, each grand solar minimum, the intertropical convergence zone shifts, which means that precipitation in the tropical rain belts, some areas become drier, some areas become wetter, and it's a planet-wide event that affects the hydrological cycle across the entire globe, northern and southern hemispheres. Snow depth, all-time record here in California across the Sierra Nevadas, as well as the Rocky Mountains were pushing record this year. But let's come back into California. The date, June 15th, just 10 days ago. Everybody's raving about, oh, the heat, the planes can't take off, it's too hot. And a mere week and a half ago, they're still trying to dig out the snowy roads. SF Gate picked up this story. And I want you to notice how deep that snow is that they're trying to clear out. That's at least 30 to 40 feet deep that they're plowing through there. In the Tioga Pass, the back way into Yosemite, they're still digging out the snowy roads. That was a week and a half ago. And then on June 12th, it was still snowing up in Donner Pass. Rare indeed. Sierra snow in June, that's how rare it is. June 11th, snowing as well, up in Squaw Valley. And it just kept snowing, and they even turned, but winter won't let go in some parts of California. Snowing all the way until mid-June. And now there's one hot area in the desert, and suddenly all this story just disappears. What about all these winter storms that set new snow records in Nevada on June 14th? That was a week and a half ago. And then all the record snowmelt, raging rivers, floods everywhere, floodwaters 25 feet above the last floods. So let's start back, say May 25th, the last week of May. They realized that they had an enormous amount of snowpack to clear out across the passes there. And you notice the headline right there, this year will make the 4th consecutive cool Memorial Day in the U.S. 4th, that becomes a trend. And if you take a look at Tioga Pass, the road is right along the edge there. You can actually see some guardrails sticking out, but that's where they needed to clear along this. But you can see how they've already cleared part, but how deep that snow is, they still need to continue clearing out of there. And And then this takes up into June 6th. They're still bogged down with their machinery. You know, those Cat excavators are pretty large machines, but the snowpack is even taller than the machines. And then the same thing was happening in Colorado, late behind schedule, at least a month behind, trying to clear 40 feet from America's highest paved road. This one came off the Weather Channel. Usually cleared by Memorial Day, but they weren't even close. The snowpack was so deep this year. So with the IPCC claiming it's the end of snow along with Al Gore, and we're receiving record snowfalls, which would be expected as the intertropical convergence zone shift, temperatures cool, there's more galactic cosmic rays forming more clouds, dumping more snow. You might actually want to do some of your own research on this. I've linked everything below. You can get started there. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you got something out of it. And for those of you who have been asking me, with the crop losses this year because of the heavy snowfalls, the 40% loss of the winter wheat in the United States, specifically Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, where are our commodities prices going when we come to harvest season? Well, I suggest you talk to Bob Kudla over at Trade Genius. He and his team are trading on the grand solar minimum. They see nothing but prices going up from this point forward. I see the same thing. I think our economy is going to be absolutely crippled by increased food prices. It's going to be so much more of a problem than high oil prices were in 2008 and 9 collapse because everybody eats every day.